Okay. Roby. So then we do this. Days, 4 days. All right, there we go. Where the fuck is Shane? Oh, there he is. Okay, let's go get more more copper. This motherfucker's going. Alright, Croby. What she got for me? Alright. Oh, that's kind of nice. Bro, what is your hatred of ice cream? Stop bringing it up. Alright, let's get us some... Today is a neutral day, so... Hey, buddy. What's up? What's up? What's up? You want love? Is that what you want, huh? Yeah, did you have a good day today? Did you have a good day today, huh? Oh, wow, it's not even remotely close to time. Hug? Hug? Go lay down. Come on, go lay down. Come on, go lay down. Come here, Jimmy. You want hugs? You go up in the bed? Come on, you want to go lay down? Here. Look. Oh yeah. Uh-uh.
Sun see all, so. Trudeau has gone full fascist.
Yep. I mean, are you surprised? I'm not surprised. I told you this year was going to be a banger. It didn't even fucking take long. I mean, goddamn. I mean, we're not even in March yet, son. Then again, you weren't one of the people who dismissed my claims, so... I figure, God knows you've seen me do it before.
Sun see all, using the Emergencies Act to suspend the parliament from even voting on if he has the right to use it. A spokesperson saying some of the measures will remain permanent.
Can't wait to see what's gonna happen with that. I'd be more cut up about it, but I saw it coming. I mean, that's fuck, everyone saw that coming. Brad saw that coming. That J.J. McCullough guy saw that coming. Everybody saw it coming. I don't know why people are
Sun see all,
surprised.
police in riot gear have trampled people with their mounty horses.
Of course. Nothing scares people in power more than the normies. Which, I bet if the normies knew that, they'd do more.
Sun see all, and Trudeau has just sealed his family name, forever.
Oh yeah. There is no coming back from this. This is so wildly beyond the pale, all of the pales. I mean, he's just fucked. And it's kind of funny, to tell you the truth.
Sun see all, these videos will, never, allow Trudeau an inch of power ever again.
I mean, that's good. The truth should do things like that. It should keep tyrants from... Holy crap, I have a lot of copper. It should keep tyrants from doing that. Alright, we'll start with 10 and work our way down. I actually ran out of stone before I ran out of copper. That's funny. Awesome. let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 more. Cool. Today's gonna be... Oh, it's Victor's birthday. Doesn't Victor like batteries? That's literally the only thing I have that he likes. Yes. What the fuck? Well, that's wholesome. Alright, so those don't matter. Where's the Doge? Oh, there he is. Yeah, I realized, son, that since I'm not going to have any plants here, once I get the greenhouse moved over, I can just free-range them.
Sun see all this shit going on. Kinda makes you feel like Ren. Damn it, Stimpy. Why wouldn't you listen?
I've long since given up on people listening to me. I just accept that I'm right. And people aren't going to listen to me. That is up to them. They are free to be idiots.
Sun Cial, welcome to being Cassandra.
Yep. Yeah, the wife told me about that, and, well, reminded me of that, because I knew about it already. I just hadn't heard the term in so long. Oh yeah, did you see? How'd you like my little retirement speech? I figure I needed a good concrete time to retire. AKA quit Twitter entirely. Wait.
Sun Cial, you better get a VTuber model. That way you can graduate instead. XD.
Oh, son, the days of that ever happening are long gone. I owe $3,000. Come on, eggplant. Hi, Mora. Don't care.
Nightbit, please donate via PayPal. Or sub. Or cheer bits. Or say something. It's lonely out here.
All I need is 100,000 gold. And my fishing will be done.
Sun Cial, a bad day fishing beats a good day working.
Spoken like a water rat. I'd say a good day mining beats a good day working, but that's because I'm from the mountains.
Sun Cial, Dwarf.
Yep. And I love how it's okay, it's now okay to bash China, it's now okay to bash the Lord of the Rings Amazon thing. It's like, oh, well, thank you, almighty corporate overlords. Allow me to tell you the truth of the world. We did not need your permission, nor did we want it. Ugh. Someday it's all gonna blow up. And I would find it hysterically funny if Canada was the first place for it to. Which is looking really possible. Because we've been hearing rumblings that our governor is going to get rid of the mask mandate because he's scared shitless of a convoy coming up here. Or the convoy is going to come from here in California and Oregon and all these other places to Washington, D.C.
Sun Seol, well, that's cause Soros said it's okay. He finally realized he wouldn't be the one in charge, nor those Rothschilds. It would be China. And the North Koreans.
The North Koreans can't even tie their own fucking shoes. The North Koreans are not a threat. Honestly, neither is China. You see Razor Fist's video on the paper dragon? Alright, Demetrius, you fucking twat.
Sun Seol, Razor Fist says a lot of things.
It's very true. But I am inclined to...
Sun Seol, only half of which he knows anything about.
But he says it so pretty, doesn't he? I'm inclined to agree with him about China. I believe they are a paper dragon. Considering I've been right about everything regarding China ever since the CCP took over.
Man, fuck China!
China is asshole. As has been established. And reestablished, and reestablished, and reestablished. Oh, I bet that son of a bitch is at the goddamn fountain. Oh, Demetrius, why are you so terrible? What is, so what has Razor Fist gotten wrong, son? I mean, other than the Michael Jackson thing.
Sun Seol, there's a reason the Chinese used real estate firms to buy a bunch of property, sight unseen, then bankrupt and default. Because it would boost inflation and take money out of the global economy, leaving them, the largest wielders of silver, gold, and now rare earth metal mines, the wealthiest country in the world via metals. Sun Seol, China is by no means a paper dragons.
Yeah, they are. And the reason I say that they're a paper dragon is economically they might have the edge on us, and they've had the edge on us for quite a fucking while now, but militarily, especially if they piss off everyone else. I mean, the U.S. could take them, but it would be an absolute fucking war of attrition. But if the U.S. and the U.K. and all these other places decide, nah, fuck this shit. Honestly, I think the only people the people we'd be able to get in immediately are South Korea and fucking Japan. Because Japan have loved them for years. Decades. Centuries, if you will. Oh, Japan loves them Chinese. Nothing makes your average Japanese dick harder than a fucking half-breed. In fact, I would argue that Japan has more soft xenophobia than North Korea has hard xenophobia. I actually like Japan's xenophobia. I don't agree with it, but I like it. Because they don't think they're better than us, they just don't want us on their property. Which, as a libertarian, I can appreciate, if not necessarily agree with. I think if someone really wants to go on the property and they sign the papers and agree to the, rules, fuck it, let them be equal. I'm rambling because I'm exhausted. Oh no, I just realized they can't do the CCP anymore because now there's two of them. The Canadian Communist Party. You know, the words to the Canadian national anthem, "Oh Canada," weren't supposed to be a call for help. Whenever I think of that, all I can think is Ralph singing the damn Canadian national anthem dressed as a Mountie. While everyone else is fighting around him. Have you seen that scene? Ah, it's from the early seasons, back when it was funny. There you go. Of course, Millhouse is Poland. Life has many doors, Trudeau boys. Yep. That fucking one with Ralph coming out of that chick's ass, that was hysterically funny. Oh yeah, how'd you like the rename to Horny Jail? I figured it's been the Kludgy for long enough, it needed a new name. Like all porn stars.
Our number one ally in terms of military might is the UK, who's so confused at this point they're lifting mandates while afraid to do any more than bluster. The third is Australia. Australia has already gone full Reichstag. You think they'd back us taking on China?
I just don't see China as a threat. Look at what okay. For a perfect example of what a big threat China is, look at the fucking coup. No, not the response, which is retarded, but what the actual virus is. It's a cold.
My main thing with China is not that it's not a threat, it's that it should be observed as a potential threat. It is not currently a threat. It has the potential to become a threat. Much unlike North Korea.
Yeah.
Where North Korea
is a paper dragon. North Korea is a wet paper dragon.
it has no potential of becoming a threat without outside interference, without Russia or China offering them severe military advantage, and North Korea being dumb enough to use it.
And to think, fucking...
But China, on the other hand, if China was dumb enough, which China, I could see them pushing hard enough against various nearby nations and causing a lot of shit. Now, directly against us, the threat is minimal. But the problem I foresee is the threat they pose to adjacent nations like Japan.
Yeah, like I said, Japan would join us because Japan hates them more than they hate anybody.
Oh, God, no. I can't imagine anyone that hates China more than Japan.
And I mean, rightfully so.
Exactly. I mean, fucking Japan's just trying to steal all their shit anywhere. There's that one fucking cluster of islands or whatever that China took that was Japan's.
Yeah.
Can't fucking remember the name of it now. But I would think if I were to actually point at any one nation or area that is a consistent threat, it's still all the shit in the Middle East that Biden has just let go. Biden's like, hey, you know how we kind of had a hand on this and it was kind of starting to slide under our control? Now fuck it.
All I can think of is everybody wanted him out. It's like, not like this, you dumb shit.
You know the thing that kills me?
Huh.
Trump got 6 fucking peace treaties going over there.
No, it's Trump got the peace treaties going over there because
Sun
half those
China
nations
maintains
over
the
there
third
were
largest
scared
military in the world.
shitless
Not
that
only are
Trump
they already
would
pushing, they're also trying to steal up to
decide,
60% of the world's
just
chip
get fed
manufacturing.
up with their bullshit
And
and
hit
go,
the button. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the Ronald Reagan thing all over again. Nobody knew if he was going to slap the button just because he was bored.
yeah, because Trump was a crazy enough motherfucker to start shit.
I could see Trump going full heel.
Yeah.
Just, you fuckers want to keep talking and calling me the bad man? Fine, I will be the fucking bad man. Beep.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sun said a thing.
What's that? China maintains the third largest military in the world. Not only are they trying, they're pushing, they're also trying to set up 60% of the world's chip manufacturing.
That is going to bite us in the ass
No,
eventually.
economically, yes, China is a threat economically.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You're correct. Militarily, though, you're still talking about a lot of people who are under the thumb and to some extent brainwashed by the CCP. This is not a high-grade, well-trained, willing military force.
Like if we had to fight Israel, we'd have a fucking fight.
Fucked.
But I think with China, raw numbers would...
No, we wouldn't be fucked.
We wouldn't be
against
fucked,
Israel.
but it would be a massive war of attrition. We would lose a lot.
The problem with Israel is how good they are.
Yeah.
It's the exact opposite of China.
They can use their resources, what they have, to extreme effect. China, on the other hand, would just be throwing shit into the meat grinder, hoping to jam it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And like I
it's
said,
the old first person, whatever those games were, syndrome. Just throw things at it until you win.
it's called the Zap Brannigan syndrome.
Yeah.
Zerg Swarm.
Yeah, Zerg Swarm, that's what it was.
Yeah.
But no, that's what I
Sun
mean.
China is Tay Zap Brannigan
China's the
Futurama.
Zap Brannigan of
Ignite it.
Futurama.
Please donate via PayPal.
Yep,
Or sub. Or cheer bits. Or say something.
that's great.
It's
But
rolling out here.
I think it would still be a war of attrition if we went up against China with just us, but it would be a completely different reason.
See, the problem being is that we would never end up against China with just us because there's far too many nations in the world that are skittish of China or hate China outright.
You know, it'd be funny if Russia turned on a dime.
If the economy was there, if the money was in the right direction, Russia would turn on China.
I feel like
Russia will turn on literally anyone if it would benefit them.
I feel like Putin, if he knew he was getting a chunk of China, he'd turn on him on a
Oh
dime.
God, yeah. If we told Russia, look, after we dismantle the CCP, someone's going to need to take control of a large portion of this area to keep it, and Putin be like, pick me. Russia turned on Germany. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, exactly right.
But like I said, Russia will turn on literally anyone if it will economically benefit them.
It's the true mob mentality. You all think like mobsters. What's going to make our family stronger?
It's not even that.
It's the money principle.
That's it. It's all for Mother Russia. But no, honestly, if it came down to militarily against China, they would be utterly fucked. Because the problem is that if you talk about nation versus nation, all right. America is the nation. The joke behind it is America's the nation with a gun behind every blade of grass. You can't fight a land war in America. Okay, doesn't work. All right, China is the nation with people who would betray the CCP behind every blade of grass. You will get anyone in China to betray their government if you're like, hey, we'll give you $100,000 and a house. Rat out all the shit you know, would you? And you'd have people lined the fuck up.
And it wouldn't even have to be a nice house. It would just have to be a 2-bedroom.
No, all you have to do is tell them, look, it won't be in California.
Yeah.
Look, we'll give you an apartment.
The house will be anywhere else.
You could give them a Sec A house and it'd be better than what they have in fucking China.
Right?
Give them a trailer.
And see, that's the problem that Russia faces.
Give them a fucking classic aluminum trailer.
That's the problem that China faces. China does not have the patriotism outside of their brainwashed minority. And even that brainwashed minority, if they were shown the truth, much like a lot of North Koreans,
I love those videos.
They would turn on that shit in a fucking heartbeat. Because, I mean, if you've ever seen the propaganda videos of the Chinese military where they're like out there breaking boards and doing fucking
Check
shit
it out,
like
my
that.
My foundry.
You know, Russia and China have been using the U.S. manufactories that have gone global and set up shop in China to advance military aircraft, so it doesn't have to be a land war.
Economically, we have a lot of companies in America have completely fucked themselves over by going to China. How any company has decided to remain in China after the start of the COVID bullshit, and China just went, hey, you see those factories that you guys set up? They're ours now.
And I love how the whole COVID is man-made thing that I said at the very fucking beginning when I got the damn thing turned out to be completely right.
Everyone knew it was man-made from the get-go. It didn't take a big selling point for most people.
Anybody who fucking had it knew it.
Well,
I can believe that they started with a regular virus. They just altered.
Well, yeah.
Well, it's the same basic idea.
Yeah. The point is, obviously, you
the
have
point
to
is
start
they
with
fucked
something.
with it.
My whole thing though with the military thing is that they don't have a populace that will defend the nation.
No.
They don't have people that believe in the CCP.
The people they got rid of when the CCP took power.
Yeah, outside of the very small minority. Yeah.
Like,
and if there was an out that could be given, you'd be hard pressed to find anyone in that nation that wouldn't take it. Provided they know for a fact that they wouldn't immediately be carted off to the gulag.
Well, they're used to that.
Yeah. And
not as used to it as Australia is, but that's a whole.
as far as the economy side of it goes, though, that's the difficult war to fight because you're fighting the fact that China will let American companies move there and then do whatever they want, thereby making a lot more money because they have to. They get paid completely unfair wages, and there's no safety precautions and all that shit.
This is the first coup I've ever owned.
That was where Trump was really going in the right direction by far, because he was pretty much slowly inching up the import taxes and the tariffs on China, so that a lot of companies are going, maybe we'll move back to Mexico.
Oh, did you know this?
Canada.
You can refill your water can in the sink.
You can refill your water can in a ton of places you want. Or literally anywhere but over the ocean, over in China or Taiwan or whatever, because they were no longer making the money by saving wages over there. It was now beneficial to just have their factory down in Mexico like a lot of the old car companies used to do. Whereas, at least in Mexico, you know, they're our neighbors, and if it came down to it, they would side with us, just like they did through all the fucking Gulf War shit.
Yeah.
You know, when all the Cuban bullshit came up, we had Mexico pretty much on our side the entire time. The cartel was kind of, you know. But if you look at the cartel and you go, do you guys want your drug economy up here? No? That's what I thought. So, it's going to be entertaining to see where it goes, because nothing is really going to change as long as Biden's in office. No, I'll tell you.
It's not just a physical war anymore, though. China tends to have larger hacking capabilities than the U.S. And thanks to the rise of critical blank theory, China is using the culture war.
Oh god, watching that slurring, fucking senile old dumb motherfucker get up and try and talk to the nation. It's not just a physical war anymore. China tends to have larger hacking capabilities than the U.S. And thanks to the rise of critical blank theory, China is using the culture war as a moral high ground. The thing about that is, China is pretty much pointing at internal conflict over here and going, look how much better we are. But the problem is that the only reason there's no internal conflict in China is because they shoot internal conflict. Okay.
I will give them credit, if nothing else, for speedy resolution.
Yeah. As far as the hacking capabilities go, that's pretty much just because nobody over here takes that shit seriously.
Lol, hacksaws.
Yeah.
Well, most of the hackers they have are just fucking gold farmers and WoW anyway.
No, we're talking about actually national hacking. You know, shit like the pipeline hacking, that kind of crap, where they get into.
I didn't think that was China though.
No, wasn't that one Russia?
I think it was.
Yeah, but that's the point though, is that no one over here is taking that shit seriously.
Well, China hasn't done anything that shows that they can be taken seriously on that score. It's always been other countries.
No, that's the problem, is that they're unwilling to accept the fact that China could be a threat in that direction. And so they're not making advances against it. How much technology used, how much infrastructure over here, due to lack of funding, has been completely unupgraded and unmaintained for how many years?
Now, let's look at our internet. It's supposed to be fiber optic.
Yeah, where'd that go?
I fucking wonder.
It vanished.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Woo!
these are the pockets of the fucking big name company.
AT&T, Verizon, Viacom.
Eh,
Um,
Comcast.
no, I don't think Comcast was actually a part of that one.
That is a better one.
Because that one was largely that was mostly Verizon and AT&T that were given the bulk of that government funding. Dude, the furniture catalog is so nice. As soon as
I
you can
know,
afford it.
I'm saving for it.
I bought it on my playthrough. Oh my god, it was so nice to be able to go, I'll spend today decorating my house, and then I decorated the entire fucking house.
That's what I did with the wallpaper and the flooring, and god, that took forever.
Nope. So yeah, no, honestly, I don't see I don't
Tyler
have a
Hoot,
huge.
how are you doing today, Ryan?
Hey, Tyler.
I don't have a huge fear of what China is going to do. I have a huge fear of what our nation is going to let them do.
Yeah, that's been more my
Because
fear.
underneath someone like Trump or Gabbard or fucking Crenshaw or Rand Paul.
Some see all. You and I
any
may
of
realize
these
that, Deric,
people,
but we're not
I
normies.
could see them
Normies were
taking it
listening
as
to
a
all the critical
serious
blank
threat.
theory until they realized it was fucking with their
You and I may
kids.
realize that,
You really
but
think
we're
they're gonna
not
slash stay
normies.
slash
Normies
vigilant
are
after they get
listening to
jailed
all
or
the
he
blank
critical
theory
theory from
realize
school?
Fucking with their kids. Yeah. No, that's the thing. It took a lot longer for all the CRT bullshit to get into the normie vision, and then
the normies have rejected it
to
largely.
start getting heated. Yeah,
because like we talk to normies, like our neighbors, they hate that shit.
Yeah, no. As soon as it started to end up in the schools, that was directly in their faces, and they could no longer ignore it. That's where it started getting kicked.
You know the one thing that made me laugh about that? Critical race theory is the biggest reason that we are selling out of textbooks on a regular basis, because we have so many parents who have pulled their kids out of school to teach them the right way instead of teaching them all this bullshit.
No, I'm not surprised by any of that. We already
I'm
knew,
not either. I
knew
just
that
find
was
it
going on.
funny.
Anyway.
We run out of workbooks every 3 weeks.
I hate when people think that the normies are just swallowing this shit, because the normies have never swallowed any of this shit.
The problem was how long it took for it to collide with the normies.
That's true. It took way too long.
Because they played it so long with it being the internet, with it being Twitter specifically, and then with it barely inching into the HR aspects of some of the bigger companies, where it's like, oh, we're trying to do the cultural hiring thing.
Diversity hires.
Well, when you already have a job, you don't give a shit what their new hiring policies are. Not a problem. You already have your job. So it took so long for that particular train wreck to collide with the normies' lifestyle that it only hit when they went, oh, we should start teaching all the kids this stuff. And then it got into all that shit.
It's the news agency who are triggering it.
It's the news agencies. Yeah, dude. The media,
the news agency's been in their pockets forever.
The news media has been the enemy of the people for decades.
I'm pretty sure the news media has been the enemy of the people ever since it started.
Well, I think there was an ideal time back around, like, with it requires,
the 1700s.
No, it requires a certain amount of patriotism to be desired in a nation. Okay.
Yeah.
If the nation has a patriotic view of itself, then the news media has to maintain that patriotic view or they get fucking backlash. And so that's why I'm thinking, like, 1940s to 1960s
Only
or
90
so.
I can do.
1960s is where it started to go.
Yeah.
through
Well,
all-
it was the 70s. It was Vietnam.
Yeah.
It was around Vietnam where the media saw their opening to be able to start throwing cash at the government and to start start pointing out things that would get people angry.
Yeah.
It was in that.
And then the
it
government
was that
took it over.
Yeah, it was that pre and post-war era around World War II and just following, where if you look at newspapers at the time and you look at what media there was at the time, it was very pro us.
Yeah.
It was very, look how good this nation is. There wasn't negativity in it because at the time there was so much patriotism because the the war and everything that negativity did not sell unless it was negativity against the commies.
Yeah. Like Hitler's dead.
Yeah, it was the anti-commie sentiment was the only thing that really sold for negativity. Otherwise, it was yay America.
Yeah.
And that was what they did. And when you've got positivity being the selling point for news media, it's really hard to make it hateful for the people. But when you've got negativity as the selling, then suddenly it's super easy to point out shit that even only a tiny minority hates, and the rest of the people don't really care about.
I should upload this to YouTube.
Yes, you should.
Watch, you upload it 5 seconds later, ban, 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 ban.
Hey, then I can retire quicker.
Well, just, like, when you have this much anti-Chinese sentiment, are you fucking kidding me?
I don't even hate the Chinese, I just hate
No,
the CCP.
it's always the CCP. That's the thing, yeah. Every time any of us say anything about fuck China.
And by us, he doesn't mean us, he
That's
means
the all.
everybody.
That's the other side
Yeah,
of the issue.
it's the CCP.
That blind
That
patriotism is the reason
patriotism
McCarthyism
is
existed.
the reason McCarthyism existed. Well, McCarthyism, like I said, that's the commie shit. Yeah, that was all of the anti-commie shit. That wasn't good. But what I'm saying is, that was a time where the news media was better for the people than it is now. It still wasn't that great. All right, because as always, their bullshit that sold was always going to be controversial in one way or another. So what was selling at that time was the yay America, look out for your commie neighbors. You know.
Oh, them commies.
Yeah. And so you're never going to find a point in time where the news media was top to bottom good and it helped the people.
The best you can get is Walter Klondike.
And, oh god, he was still so biased.
I know, but he did it in such a good way.
Yeah, well, he had the voice and the aspect that was enjoyable, but he was still so biased.
It's like listening to Morgan Freeman read Mein Kampf. You'd listen to it, but you wouldn't agree with it.
Nope.
But someone would.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, if you hear us saying fuck China, though, it's always fuck the CCP.
Yeah.
The Chinese people are their first victims.
Yeah,
they
right?
They are the ones who have been fucked the hardest by China.
Yeah,
by the
if I
CCP.
meet a Chinese person here, I am all smiles because they're not there.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody hates communists more than people living in former communist countries.
And that's what I don't get. It is so obvious. If you talk to every single person who's ever had an interview after moving away from a
Any
communist nation,
Venezuelan or
Like that, please donate via
Chinese.
PayPal. Or
yeah,
or share bits.
Venezuelan,
Or say something.
Chinese,
It's lonely out here.
Russian, anyone that escapes the commie bullshit. When you're like, hey, oh, fucking North Koreans. Oh my God, you want to find a hoot. There's a couple of different interviews I've seen about
You
North
fucking
Koreans that
minimus.
escaped and either got to South Korea or got all the way over here. Oh my God, nobody hates communism more than them. And you see some of the old folks that came over here from Russia during the Cold War to escape that bullshit. And they're seeing the commie bullshit start up again. And they're fucking terrified of it because they actually know what it was. They actually know the unbelievable harm and death that it caused.
Nobody hates a transgender more than a transgender person.
Yeah.
It's the same basic idea.
Well, it's because the difference between transgenders and transgender is the common sense that the majority of people aren't going to know or care, and the majority of people are just going to treat you like a human. Your
Sensial,
life
the
has
thing that
no
would return the
impact
press
on
to
you.
some level of credibility would doing what Project Veritas
The
does.
thing that would
But look
return
at what the press
to
does to
some level of
Veritas.
credibility
They harangue
doing
Veritas for what
Project
O'Keefe did
Veritas
literally
does
during the
is
Daily
what
Show
the
era of
press
news.
does to Veritas. They hang Veritas for what O'Keefe did literally during the Daily Show era of news. Yeah, no. That's the thing. There is nothing at this point that I could ever believe out of the news media. And the reason the news media is the way it is now is because they can't just say they can't say their narrative and have it be believed.
Literally.
Because every single person in this nation has the capability of either whipping out their phone, recording what's going on, and posting it to the internet for everyone to see for the truth for themselves, or you have the capability of just pulling up your phone and flicking to the visible, unedited truth.
Like, literally, the only reason I use Breitbart as often as I do is because if I type B in my search bar, Breitbart shows up.
Also, why Ottawa is currently a shit show. Yeah. No, the thing about Breitbart is they are one of the obvious slants.
Yeah.
They don't hide their slant.
I appreciate that.
Everyone thinks of them as righty as fuck. And so they just play the part of being righty as fuck. So anytime you see anything on Breitbart, you go, this was a Republican that wrote this.
I would argue that they're about as right as CNN is left.
Yeah, that's fair. They're not extremists by any means, but they definitely are Trump supporting. But they are perfectly willing, though, to post actual unedited journalism.
Yeah, generally when I do find
the Project Veritas shit.
Yeah, generally when I do find articles by them, I try to find as little bias as possible in the articles.
Yeah.
Because a lot, like 90% of the site is just tosh.
It's Trump. It's Trump jerking.
Yeah.
And that's their selling point. They know it. And that's part of the reason why I don't bother with it.
See, like I said, the only reason I use them as much as I do is because if I push B on my search bar, right up.
Yeah.
Because I had them bookmarked for a few months.
But yeah, watching Canada right now has been entertaining because
I want to see Brad murder Justin Trudeau.
Oh God, dude! No, let's just attach a V8 and a plow to his wheelchair.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Brad has ALS. There's no actual way he could possibly murder Justin Trudeau. It's a joke, for fuck's sake.
Look, if it was possible to murder through will and anger alone...
Oh yeah, Justin Trudeau would be a fucking crater in the earth from that pissed off Brad is at him.
And you've got to understand, for those of us that aren't on the server, don't know who Cybermeister is on our server. He is one of the most patriotic, people-loving Canadians I've ever met.
Yep.
You will never find anyone who is more pro the average Canadian than he is.
Because before he got ALS, he was the average Canadian.
Yeah. Dude was blue-collar, hard worker, loved his nation, and I respect him.
And he still does love his nation, and he vehemently hates Justin Trudeau.
Yep.
He's hated him ever. Well, what happened today has had a positive effect.
What happened today
the streets would currently be clearing out for the day. There are more people in front of Parliament right now than in the past several days. That's a white pill.
That's a white pill. Yeah. No. That's the thing. The worst possible thing Trudeau could have done would be to rally the cops against them. Because you can't... The thing is, when you get the average person motivated to protest or do something like this, and believe me, these truckers and the people who support, that's the average Canadian. Okay? And
just trying to do their fucking jobs.
Yeah. And to try and say that they're a fringe minority, they're not the majority, the real Canadians are hateful of what they're doing. No. The problem is, if you say that, there's too many people that have friends who are part of the protests, and being told that makes them go, I've known my friend for 25 years. That's not him.
Like
I'm thinking these
your brother's a trucker.
Yeah, I'm thinking these protests might actually have a thing to it. Maybe I should go tomorrow.
I wonder if DJ's going to go to one of those.
Nah, DJ works on a farm.
Oh, he got rid of his truck?
No, he drives truck for a farm.
Oh, I see.
He does grain trucking.
Oh,
it's local stuff only. No, and see, because it's the normal folk, you can't talk them out of it because there's just too many of them. There's not a majority to talk them down. They aren't a minority. And to top that off, you also have to deal with the fact that they don't have unreasonable demands. You can't point at their demands and say, look how unreasonable they are.
They just don't want to be forced to get something.
Yeah, their demands, when spoken to the rest of the average Canadians and the rest of the world, their demands are literally, we want medical freedom for our bodies.
You know,
we don't want anyone else to do anything. We want you to just not make us do something.
That thing that those abortion people are always jamming about.
Bodily freedom, you know?
Yeah. No, it's fine for women who want to kill babies, but it's not okay for truck drivers who want to do their fucking jobs.
The dumbest thing, too, to push this on truck drivers. You know, fucking truck drivers actually get out of their fucking trucks? They're in their truck 98% of their job. Who the fuck are they infecting in their truck?
Sun See All, it's a long weekend for
Truck
Canada.
rats.
It's a family-based
it's the
holiday. You may
dumbest
see entire
fucking
families
thing.
down
It's
this
a long
weekend
weekend
forcing
for
Trudeau to
Canada,
beat
it's a
children
family-based holiday. You may see entire families down this weekend forcing Trudeau to beat children.
Well, he's already done blackface. What else won't he do?
I don't have a personal view on it, so I'm not going to say much about them beating children. But I have seen the videos of the police going overboard.
What? The police go overboard? No, that never happens.
The police in Ottawa right now are definitely going overboard on the protesters.
Oh, suddenly now it's okay for police to beat people.
Yeah,
Well,
right. They're like,
The
what?
last 40 fucking years. Rodney King! Rodney King!
Fuck. Oh shit. Yeah, no, there's no way this is gonna get better before it ends. It's just gonna get worse because at this point Trudeau has doubled down so many times. He has 2 outs at this point. Accept the fact that his career is fucked and he just needs to retire and disappear forever because he has no hope, or double down a 17th time. Okay, because at this point that's about how many fucking times he has. And just go at it as hard as he fucking can.
Yeah, at this point,
everyone hates him already.
At this point, just turn into a fucking supervillain.
That's it. That's the direction he's
We're
going.
the Canadian supervillains, eh?
Right? Fuck. It's so fucking dumb. Dude. and there's nobody you're gonna get that, honestly, as far as I've had for interactions with my family and the people I know who are truck drivers. You're not going to get a lot of people who are going to be less interested in your bullshit than a truck driver.
Like, has your grandma turned around with the whole CNN thing, or is she still?
I still don't talk politics with grandma.
That's probably
because she's still like, at last thing I heard, she was still full on whatever CNN says it's true because she grew up watching CNN for 40 years. And because she grew up in the era where all you had was what the media said.
Yeah.
You had one station.
And considering she tried
you had
to
one
use
station saying one thing and one station saying another thing, and you pretty much just had to pick between the news station stories. You couldn't just look at a video online and see if the news stations have all been bullshit this entire fucking time.
And considering she used her telephone to try and change the channel or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's the joke. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, grandma has never been the smartest, but they love her anyway.
She's a great lady. Just do not talk politics with her.
I just don't talk politics with her. But no, truckers, I just like the fact that this was a trucker convoy. It's honestly, I'm surprised that Trudeau's staff, the minority government there, didn't just collectively shit their pants and begin making concessions. Because nobody could fuck up a nation harder than a lot of pissed off truckers not doing their jobs.
I mean, I am impressed in one fell swoop, or one fell series of swoops. Trudeau has proven to be worse than Biden. I mean, congratulations, Justin. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah. It took effort because that senile old fuck, like, I've said it forever. At this point, it has been elder abuse keeping him up there.
Yeah.
Keeping him on the stage in front of the world, trying to use him as a puppet. It is downright elder abuse.
Come on, man. I just want to go to sleep.
Yeah. That motherfucker should be at the old folks' home enjoying his pudding and having a nap.
And he should have a big red button that squirts him with water.
This is that just makes a cool beeping sound. Just go beep. That's it.
I saved the world from communists!
You know what's funny?
I don't know what communists are anymore.
I don't remember who the communists were, but I know they were bad. No.
And I saved the world from them. Yay, me. Yay, President Biden. Yay.
I just... and the problem is that we don't even have a vice president anymore.
Yeah, what was the last fucking word you heard from Kamala Harris? I mean,
you don't, because ever since the border wall bullshit,
she's busy with Willie Brown again. Oh, that woman is just so busy lately.
No, it's just ever since that border wall bullshit, they have shoved her in a box and told her, sit there for the rest of the presidency. You're not allowed to come out. You know what you did.
She did the Dick Cheney.
Yeah. And because she literally made such a fucking snafu of what was one of the biggest issues at the time, and it's still a fucking issue.
Yeah, those migrants didn't just go away.
If it's forgotten, it's still a big fucking issue. The thousands upon thousands of people that are illegally crossing the border every day. And before you think that I'm some immigrant hating fucking whitey, ask another immigrant.
Yeah.
A legal one. Ask a legal one what they think. They hate it worse than I do.
Because again, it's the who hates transgender people or transgenders more than transgender people. It makes them look bad.
Well, and honestly, after you go through that much effort to get in the nation here, you know, I'd be kind of pissed too. If
somebody tells me they're a legal immigrant, I say congratulations. That must have been a son of a bitch.
Yeah. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
You know, partake in our nation and help grow. Because that's what it is.
They're literally the people the nation was made for.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. That's always the worst thing about the whole cultural appropriation rant that you hear all the time. Yeah. It's just some stupid bullshit where it's just like, what? Cultural appropriation? Why is this bad? This nation was literally founded on the idea of taking a fistful of cultures, ramming it together into one giant blob, and calling it America.
I mean, everybody says America, hamburgers, French fries. All of those are from different cultures, you fucking idiots.
It's extremely difficult to find something that is uniquely American outside of, like, fucking WWE. And that
isn't even, because you got the British stuff.
Oh, no, I was just saying that was based in, Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yeah, and British promotions and shit. It was carny shit, which means it was gypsy shit originally.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Man, the Nazis really hated everyone, didn't they?
Yeah, right.
The Nazis did not mark out for Corporal Kirshner. Did not.
I still love that you had fucking Whoopi Goldberg up there trying to argue that the Holocaust was not about racism. It's like, oh, you dumb cunt.
Like,
you said that to a Nazi, you walk up to a Nazi, the Holocaust wasn't about racism. The Nazi would punch you out and say, fuck yeah, it was! Fuck your shit!
It wasn't strictly speaking about racism, it was about large-scale bigotry.
Dude, it was about unbelievable racism.
Yes, but it was also about ableism and transgender.
Oh god, yeah. Germans were the superior race. Even to other white people.
Germans were the superior race. Even to other white people.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being pedantic and silly.
That's like the dumbest thing in the world. Are you white? No. Go to the concentration camp.
Are you this specific breed of white?
It's like, are you this breed of white? No. Then you get to be class 2 in society.
You don't get to go to the camps, but you do get a stern talking to.
Yeah. We expect you to hold your place as the lower rung of society. While all Blondie's over there with his nice blue eyes, he's top of the pile.
Why? Because that's the smartest he could possibly be.
Yeah, I still don't get that. That's the dumbest fucking shit in the world.
Right?
I've never actually even seen the appeal of blonde hair myself, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I grew up in a half Irish family, but I've always liked redheads more.
That's so appropriate.
Yeah, my mom was a redhead.
Everybody has something they get from their parents.
Yeah. I just this fucking society.
You're right.
Oh god.
That's what I needed to do.
I cannot wait to just see how all of this shit falls apart because there's no happy ending in any of this.
Nope.
There is a okay.
There's a big old change. That's the best we can hope for.
The bad shit is done with. It's not happy. It's just no longer sad.
It's neutral.
That's it.
We graduated to neutral.
That's the best outcome I can foresee happening at this point. Because there's not going to be some big learning thing here.
Oh god, the zeitgeist doesn't learn from anything.
Yeah, I mean, did we learn from, some brought up McCarthyism. Did we learn from that? Clearly not, because we're hunting Nazis and fucking racists.
I was going to say, did we learn from the concentration camps? I don't know. Ask China.
No.
Ask Australia.
That's it. I was just saying.
Or even better, did we learn from the Nazis? I don't know. Ask New York.
Well, you want to talk concentration camps here in America? Go to the southern border and see what Biden's doing with it. Whoops. I love that everyone's like, oh, Trump put people in cages. No, they didn't. It was Obama. Yep. And then Trump started to reduce that shit by blocking up the borders. So they didn't have to arrest these people could stay in other nations or stay home and not come running to America. Because, you know, when you interview some illegals and their argument is, we wanted cheeseburgers, that's not a good reason to break our laws. And then Biden's response to all of this shit is to reopen the cages and start locking them all up again because...
I love it. Oh, how bad could they be?
I mean, how else do you deal with 100,000 people crossing the border, and how long did it take for that to happen?
But Ryan, Australia has volunteer concentration camps. They had to arrest those teen escapees for safety.
Concentration camps! They had to arrest those teen escapees for safety.
We all know how dangerous teenagers are.
That's
If it
never...
weren't for a teenager, I never would have gone to jail.
It's never going to stop being a joke that Australia has gone full circle. They started as a prison camp, they became a nation, they've gone back to being a prison colony. Like, fuck.
We are culturally going backwards.
Oh, God. And the worst thing is, there were lots of people warning about it. And not even like Whitey warning about it. I'm talking about fucking Morgan Freeman on a Time interview. Fucking, what, like 2001?
Yeah.
When they're talking about, hey, people have been getting concerned about the potential rise of racism in our nation. What do you say about that?
Stop talking about it.
Stop calling me a black man. I'm an American.
Yeah. Black history is American history.
Yeah. You aren't a white man. You are my friend. That's it.
I love it. He's like, well, where's white history? Well, actually, I'm Jewish. Okay, do you want a Jewish history month? Well, no. Well, yeah, I don't want a black history month.
Black history is American history. Why? Because Blackie's been here for all of it.
It's almost like black people, or white people, or brown people, or red people are all just people.
And all of them helped found this motherfucking nation that is now going nuts.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, like, there was one time in my life I have actually talked to a racist who was out and out a racist. And when I talked to him, I had to, like, when he said, because I can't remember what he said, something along the lines of like, yeah, damn, all those blackies causing...
Yeah, all them darkies, yeah.
It was something
Some
like
dumb
that,
shit like that.
Where he was trying to blame all the problems in the nation on black people. And I just had to stop for a minute and be like, wait, what?
If you want to talk about guilt...
Did you actually say that?
If you want to talk about guilt by a race, nobody is guilty of more than fucking, guilty white people.
Yeah, no, I was just astounded when I heard this guy say it. It's like, wow, I've never actually encountered racism.
I encountered it in jail, but it wasn't even real racism. It was just looking for someone to blame.
Yeah.
Because when I told him that, when I was like, dude, you're just looking for someone to blame so that you don't have to take responsibility for your own fuck-ups. And he almost punched me out.
Yeah.
But he couldn't argue with it. I said, okay, give me an example. Give me a fucking example of exactly how any black person has fucked you over other than on a deal. And he couldn't give me an example. He said, well, there you go.
It's like when they're spouting, oh, there's racism around every corner. Oh, if you haven't seen it, you just haven't been paying attention. It's like, bitch, I pay attention all the time. If I walk up to someone and be like, hey, what do you think of black people? They go, I don't know. They're people. You know.
See, it's never black people I end up having the problem with. It's low effort, no work ethic having motherfuckers, and that has nothing to do with race.
No. I'll tell you which ones piss me off. Fucking whiteys on TikTok. I have never actually seen as much racism concentrated in one particular group of people than that group of generally leftist-leaning white people on TikTok.
I don't look at TikTok.
I'm
afraid.
I don't get on TikTok either. I'm talking about just I've seen snippets and bits and pieces. Yeah. And it's always TikTok. It's always someone between like 16 and 30.
And they don't know they're being racist, but they're being horrifically racist.
Yeah, they're always white as fuck. And they're almost always trying to talk about white guilt in some way or another.
You know what my favorite kind of racism is? The soft racism of low expectations.
Oh, God!
God damn! I got that, and I'm German white. Just because I'm a cripple.
How the fuck can you say we can't implement voter ID because black people don't know how to get IDs? How is that not racist?
That is horribly racist.
How is you saying
that's literally calling them dumb.
Yeah, as we can't have voter ID because black people don't know how to get IDs.
I love their interviews that people did after that was done. They were so insulted. Yeah. Even if they didn't say it, you could feel it.
Are you kidding me?
That there were a couple of people who wanted to beat the shit out of that interviewer.
And the problem is, this goes against the other amusing stereotype of black guy sitting on his front porch drinking a 40 ounce. You know what he had to have to get that 40 ounce?
A job. Or at least a hustle.
No, I was going to say an ID.
Oh, yeah, that's
Just
right.
he walks in
We
the
can't have
gas
voter ID
station.
because
We
black
have voter
people don't
ID,
have access. But they still
because
buy
black
40s.
people don't have
Some
access,
y'all
but they
don't
can
like
still buy 40s.
Some y'all XD.
Race to the same.
That's my point. That's exactly my point. That guy is gonna figure out how to get himself an ID. It's not hard. You go down to the DMV and you sit around for an hour, okay? And they'll give you
And
a fucking
hey,
ID.
according to the races, that's all black people do anyway.
Yeah. He'll go and he'll buy his 40. Because when he goes to the gas station and says, I want this 40, and the guy behind the counter goes, ID, son.
Here you go.
Where's your ID? Oh, right. I want a 40 ounce. I need an ID. And this is hilariously racist that I'm just stereotyping 40 ounces on black people. But I don't care. Because I wasn't the one that started this bullshit.
Hey, they like them.
No, I don't care. I mean, fuck, dude, I worked at a gas station. You know how many 40 ounces I sold to wiggers and trailers?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many of them were black? Not many up here.
That's about 50-50, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. No, the gas station down on Division, we sold Mad Dog out of the freezer.
Oh, I've had Mad Dog. That's not good.
Oh, no. It was the yellow Mad Dog.
Oh, God.
And we sold so many bottles
The
of it.
red one is at least kind of drinkable.
No, it was the yellow one.
Oh.
I can't remember what the yellow one is. It's like pineapple and mango or some shit. But all Mad Dog just tastes like Kool-Aid with way too much sugar.
I don't know what it purports to be, but what it is a bad idea.
I still love Robin Williams' bit on Mad Dog. After a bottle of which you will see vapor trails as people pass you.
The sugar high mixed with the alcohol low.
Oh my god, yeah. There are some days where I'm like, hey, can we just like light this bitch on fire? Just like 3/4 of the nation, burn it down. You know? If you have a higher person concentration of like more than like 500 people per square mile, just light it on fire.
It's the cities, man.
That's it. That's it.
It's
like,
they're too insulated from the rest of the world.
well,
They
I mean,
think that everything is New York or Chicago.
When your entire interaction is in your apartment in Seattle, you walk to the gas station, you walk to the grocery store, you walk back home, you get back on your shitty journalism job on your computer, and then you get on Twitter for the rest of the day.
Remember when they said that I couldn't get a job ever because it would just be too much work to set up something at home?
Yeah, right.
Then COVID happened, and all of a sudden, wow, all the able-bodies can work at home, but I'm still not allowed to have a fucking job.
Yeah, when that is your entire interaction with the world, I'm sorry, but you don't actually have enough experience in society to have an opinion on it.
I find it
Because
funny that I have more
Twitter-
society experience than they do.
Shocker, you walk to the park and you talk to other people.
Yeah, especially with Chip. God damn, he starts conversations.
Yeah. Twitter is not not real life.
No.
And I'm unbelievably sick of people treating it like it is real life. If I could press a button and make one factual, unstoppable thing happen, I would press that button to remove the day in which Twitter was created. Just that whole day, poof, gone.
No, I got you one even better. Hit Jack Dorsey in the head with a shovel.
No, because someone else will have the fucking idea.
Oh, just completely eliminate the idea from the zeitgeist.
Eliminate that day when Twitter would have been made. Just eliminate.
Since
That whole day
Twitter
is gone. No
10%
one
of real
remembers
life.
it. No one
It's
knows
literally
it.
the fringe minority.
10% of real life. It's literally a fringe minority. Yeah, that's possible too. But the problem is that nothing you do on Twitter is comparable to reality.
That's why I can't wait to get out of it.
And so if there was anything I could do, I would do that. Why? Because that would then force people who would normally be these shrieking little bubbles of hate on the internet, okay? It would force them to actually interact with people outside of their little follower and followee bubble that they have on Twitter. All right, Facebook is almost as bad. But Facebook at least had the fact that you couldn't just like partake of information in such tiny bits. If someone had something to say,
Fucking character limits.
yeah, if something had something to say on Facebook, they could type out entire paragraphs.
Like-
They could make themselves heard in full context. Whereas on Twitter, when someone wants to make themselves heard, they have 140 characters. Or 160 now, whatever it is.
I think it's like 240.
Oh, wow, they're really upgrading that shit, aren't they?
I think I think they doubled it from 140 to 280. I think that's what it is.
No, and see, that has been one of the biggest detriments for the human race as a whole, not even just America. The human race as a whole has never experienced anything that has halted our growth and our continued existence as much as Twitter has, with exception to World War I.
Yeah, that pretty much.
I will give the crown to World War I just based on death toll alone.
Nobody fucks up a world like Germany, man.
But World War I at least had the claim to be uniting nations.
Boy, it sure did.
To be bringing people together against a collective enemy. Because Twitter does not do that. Twitter, you can't even bring together the nutsiest part of the left.
You might even
they will find some issue with each other.
You might even have been able to if Twitter wasn't so fucking censorious to the right.
Oh, that's the other thing, yeah. Is that I cannot wait for Section 230 reform. They that's the closest second to that fucking button. Is reforming that bullshit. Because I want Twitter to, every time they censor or delete anyone that has no legal grounding in the American legal system, not their fucking end user license agreement, the American legal system. Okay.
Remember when Cyberpunk was just a dream?
I want them to be fully litigatable, fully legally responsible for that. I want people to be able to sue them for that. Okay? Or they need to nut up and actually not do anything that doesn't break the law. How fucking hard is that task? Does this tweet break the law? Are they literally calling for someone's death or assault or violence? Not conceptually. Not out of context. Okay? That's another big one. Not out of context. Context is kind of important.
Finally! Christ almighty, I thought I'd never get one!
There's your prismatic. You gonna go get a fancy sword?
You bet your fucking ass I am.
Yeah. But
tomorrow.
To when a post says, man, I wish someone would punch him in the face. Okay? That's not illegal. You can wish all you want.
If wishes were fish, the world would be an ocean.
Yeah. Saying, I wish, you punch someone in the face. That's not a crime. Okay? Saying, you guys should probably find out where he lives so you can punch him in the face. Okay, that's a crime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're literally inciting to violence.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with freedom of speech being ended there because you're literally...
That's a crime.
You're literally infringing on somebody else's freedom to life.
Yeah. And that's the only fucking thing any website should be allowed to do if they are trying to accept Section 230 protections.
Like, I want to hear the racist. I'll tell you why.
Oh, God,
because then I know he's a fucking racist.
Yeah. That's the dumbest part of all this shit. When they're like, well, you gotta censor and cancel and ban all the fucking righties because they're all racist. Why? Why? Because all that's gonna do is if I sign up for Twitter tomorrow, you'll never know I'm conservative. You will never fucking know it.
See, I'm honest because I just don't care.
I would be exceptionally good at hiding it
and
just fucking with you in little tiny ways forever. If I was determined enough to actually do it, I'd piss some motherfuckers off.
Well, you're a professional hobbyist writer, so you're able to do.
Yeah, a professional hobbyist. That's like
no. See,
that's
if you
left and right side.
No. See, if you did that primarily, then I would say you're a professional writer. But since you do it as a side gig, you're a professional hobbyist.
But yeah, no. As one of the things that if you want Section 230 protection, you want to not be legally liable for things people put on your platform, then you have to observe the law of the nation you are in. I don't give a fuck what fucking goddamn Afghanistan thinks about my Twitter posts. Okay? If I was on there and you got this message about shit you said in another nation that was a problem, doesn't fucking matter. I live here. Okay.
Actually, Afghanistan really likes me because they know I'm a fan of rocks, and that's pretty much all their country is now. Thanks, Biden!
Fuck. Yeah, no, that is one of the things that I want to see the worst. I want to see... I've thoroughly enjoyed seeing Ron Paul that had the big spew about it. in front of Congress.
Where do you even start? There's so fucking many.
Yeah, but there was the one that happened recently that had the big fucking spew about it, and I can't remember who it was.
It probably was Ron Paul.
I think so. He's the one with the big.
He's the one. He's the doctor.
Who's the one with the big gray beard?
Oh, Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz, yeah, Crenshaw's buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
He's been on Crowder.
Yeah, Crenshaw has had, or Cruz has had the fucking hate boner for Twitter for the longest time, and I've thoroughly enjoyed.
God love him, he's tried to deal with.
Oh yeah, I have thoroughly enjoyed watching him lose his shit on them, and I want him to take it further. I want him to just go out of his way to just ream them as hard as possible because they deserve it. They are abusing and ignoring the rules that they themselves are supposed to be following under their own laws. They can't just say, oh, you posted misinformation, bam. Like, I'm sorry. I can't legally be held liable if I say you should inject bleach into your testicles. If you go and inject bleach into your testicles, you're a dumbass. And you probably deserve the unbelievably excruciating pain and probably testicle necrosis that will come from injecting bleach into your balls.
Nothing's as good idea like testicular necrosis.
Right.
Testicular necrosis would be an amazing name for a band.
Oh, grunge metal, right there.
Oh yeah.
Severe grunge metal band, testicular necrosis.
Like a hyper, like anti-everything.
Oh yeah, they just hate everyone and everything.
They open for bands like Anal Cunt and shit.
Yeah. Oh fuck, I'm gonna go find something for dinner. I just, man, fuck. Fuck everyone and everything. Burn the nation.
Yeah, that's the takeaway of this TED Talk. That was fun.
Sunseal, didn't need any liquor for this round of stuff that should be clipped.
Oh, I'm gonna upload the whole damn thing to YouTube. Don't worry about it.
Sunseal, good.
Alright. Okay, you can get up. And you can get up. Yeah. Where is... There he is. Holy Christ! Oh, just all of that. That was fun. Ooh, 25K. Ooh! That will be enough to get me to flip, There we go, we can sell that shit. Oh, man. Right, let's go to the shop and see what we can find. Ooh, a bread. Huh. Damn, and I'm still gonna have enough to, I'm still gonna have enough to buy an upgrade for the, to pour a barn. Bork, bork. What am I doing? Go to the bus stop by the train. Or by the minecart. 5 Obsidian Edge. Oh, that's what it was. So because this is such a long walk. Well, that's what it was. It's gonna take out all those cactuses for no reason. Now for the other thing I'm gonna waste my money on.
Sun Seal, man, that was great. My heart is still going berserk just from listening.
I
XD.
know, right? I'm exhausted. Yeah. Oh man, doing those with Deric shows me that I am in fact an introvert at heart. Because extroverts do not get as exhausted as I get. Oh fuck, what was I gonna do? Right, I was gonna go to Robin's. I'm probably gonna buy the Galaxy Hammer. Let me look. Tempered Galaxy Diamond Wand. Alright. Galaxy Sword is 60 to 80. Galaxy Hammer is 70 to 90. No defense. Oh, okay, I see. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay, so yeah, I still want the Galaxy Hammer. But I think I can get away with waiting on it. Mostly because I think it costs 75,000 rather than 7,500. In fact, now that I think about it, I'm positive it does. Ah. Alright, now to go make some money. Oh god, my head. Like I said, that was intense. Christ, then I still have 2 days to go. I keep telling Deric he needs to make his own fucking Twitch channel and he'd be a fucking star overnight, it seems like. But he's happy with his lot in life. Holy Christ. Holy hell. Good. Okay. I've been Blind Ryan, and I will be back later. Jesus fucking Christ. Whew.